Emily pushed forward through the thick, clinging fog that seemed almost alive, each step taking her closer to the remote village nestled deep in the forest. The sun was setting, and she knew she had to reach shelter before nightfall, but an uneasy feeling gripped her as shadows danced around her in the mist. As Emily entered the village, she found it eerily quiet, with the houses appearing abandoned and the streets empty. The only sign of life was an old woman who warned her in a hoarse whisper to avoid the ancient well at the edge of town, claiming it was cursed. Despite the warning, Emily felt an inexplicable pull towards the well, curiosity getting the better of her. The well stood alone, surrounded by overgrown weeds and twisted trees that seemed to bend unnaturally towards it. As Emily approached, she noticed an eerie, otherworldly glow emanating from its depths. The air grew colder as she peered over the edge, her breath catching in her throat as she saw something move far below. A pair of pale, emaciated hands clawing desperately at the walls, trying to escape. A chill ran down Emily's spine, but she couldn't tear her eyes away from the horrifying sight. Suddenly, the ground beneath her feet began to crumble, and before she could react, she was falling into the well. The world around her became a blur of darkness and cold, clammy hands reaching out to drag her deeper into the abyss. Emily landed with a bone-jarring thud at the bottom of the well, the impact knocking the wind out of her. As she tried to regain her senses, she realized she was not alone. Dozens of ghostly figures surrounded her, their eyes hollow and their faces twisted in eternal anguish. The pale hands she had seen earlier now reached out from the shadows, grabbing her limbs and pulling her towards a hidden chamber beneath the well. There, she found herself face to face with the lost souls of those who had been trapped before her, their silent screams echoing in her mind as they begged for release from their cursed prison.